Okay, so right now at the moment I'm trying to find a hammerstone of some sort. Now you can use a saw. That'd be much easier, but I like to challenge myself, and I'm gonna go the old way and test it out. Yeah, you gotta find the right stone though. It can't just be any stone. Yeah, I'm not seeing any that's catching my eye. I'm gonna have to keep looking. I'm gonna have to search another part of this creek bed. Alright, so I think I found a stone. It's a very basic old rock right here. I'm gonna try and hack away at this stick. It is splitting so far, so I might have to get a new bow drill, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, I hacked away a little bit. This was the result. Alright, yeah. So far, it did the job, but I will demonstrate with the other side. Okay, so I'll start right here. I don't know if you guys can see. Here's the result so far. Now it is splitting, but not really too worried about that. Wow, that worked pretty well. See, here's all the debris that came from it. And here's what it looks like so far. It's definitely shortened to a better length. Now let's see, is it arm's length? It is. Hell yeah. I think that'll do. And the splitting actually isn't too bad. Yeah. All with a piece of stone. Okay, I think I found the spindle piece. So that'll go on like that. And then I'll have a rock or a socket to hold the spindle in place. And the bow with my right hand will be spinning this, creating a friction to make an ember. Yep, I just gotta trim this end piece here. So I'll try that with a stone. And yeah, here's what it looks like trimmed down with the hammerstone. So you can see it's not too bad looking. I just used the same hammerstone here. Works like a charm. Next, I am probably going to harvest some honeysuckle, which there's one right in front of me. And as you know, they are invasive in the eastern woodlands. So, a big FU to honeysuckle. Yeah, I think it's a good way to use your invasives anyway, right? Yeah, I'm going to use it for cordage. And that's going to be the string for the bow drill. I do have a knife on me that I can use to harvest the inside bark. I am going to try to see if I can make a cutting edge stone tool first though. I'm gonna start with this piece and probably try to make nothing too fancy, just a very crude cutting tool. I'm gonna try that out first, experiment with it. Alright, I'm gonna nap it with this hammerstone that I've been using, and this is gonna be the cutting edge, so I'm gonna try that. So far it started right here. Alright, let's get into it, right? Yeah, there's no flint around here, it's just shale. So nothing around me is good napping material, unfortunately. So I'm just using what I got. Got to get a little creative. I don't know how I feel about this. Not too confident in this one. It's not looking too good. I might just stick with the knife. Yeah, I'm not too great at napping either, but I love to practice. It's a good skill to know. I'm just trying to give it a sharp edge. That way it can cut somewhat. Sorry, the sun's glaring. Ooh, that was a big chunk. A big chunk that flaked off. Keep missing. Oh, fuck. You know what? Probably just use that. Knock this piece off right here. Okay. You have something. It's pretty thin up here. This could make a good handle. It's thicker at the bottom, sharper at the top. Alright, not a bad start. It's okay looking. Let's try it out. Okay, so this is the honeysuckle I'm going to attack. Looks like there is already a opening right here for me to start hacking away, start slicing away with this crude stone knife that I just made. So I'm gonna try that. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand while I'm filming, so I'll put this down for a second. All right. Using this, removing the outer bark first. So far it's been a challenge, not as easy with a metal blade, but it surprisingly gets the job done. So I'm trying to access that inner bark to make cordage out of eventually. You can see this little strand right here. That's the first one I got started. I'm not gonna peel it right away though. Not until after I have exposed some of this bark first. Yeah, not bad. See, there's the edge. Very crude. Yeah, this is gonna take forever. So that's alright, you know. You learn from experience. You get a good idea of what it's like. Alright, just gonna peel this one off nice and carefully. Trying to get as much cordage material as I can out of it. There we go. Now I've done this before with willow bark, not with honeysuckle. There you go. It's a decent one we could probably work with. There you go. Some fiber. Seems relatively sturdy when I pull on it. Alright, now I'm gonna keep doing that. Wow, look at all that fiber. Yeah. Peel the outer bark off. There you go, there's your inner bark. Not bad, not bad. So here's my pile here so far. As you can tell, I got quite a bit to go on this guy. Not as bad as I thought it would be with the stone cutter, but yeah, I'm gonna keep trekking away on this. I'm going to test out making the cordage first to see if it's any good. Okay, so here I have my first strand right here. Now what I'm going to do with it is start twisting it. So go this way. Thinking about making the string thicker. That way it's not going to snap on me as easily when I do start making a friction fire. So yeah, let's test this. I like the material so far. So yeah, twist it like that, making like string. Okay. Now I'm going to twist it until it makes like a loop. A lot of this is falling apart. Here we go. Like that. Boop. Okay. And then I'm going to do a 2-ply reverse method. Alright, so here's what I have so far. This is the cordage. Sorry if my hand's a little shaky. There we go. Not the prettiest looking string, but it's actually quite sturdy. I got a long way to go, so it's supposed to... Oh, so yeah, here's my little pile here that I just harvested. I'm gonna have to harvest a lot more than that. But anyways, the bow, it's going to string this bow. It's got to be a little bit over this length, this whole length of the bow. Yeah, fun project, man. Seriously. Yeah, so I'm just kind of grouping up my fibers here. So this is the inner material that we want. That's a little moist and not as rough and barky. I'll show you. Like this. That's just the outer bark that we have to remove. You don't want to use that. You want to use this paper, moist, wet paper-like material. And then you will eventually get this result. Yeah, even when I pull on it, it's pretty sturdy. There's no sign of it cracking on me. But yeah. Let's get to it. I just attacked this honeysuckle right here. This one's a different one. Here's the pile I have so far. I'm gonna continue making the cordage tonight. This is probably gonna be a couple day project. So yeah, that was all with this stone crappy tool right here. Just by shaving this bark off and getting the insides of it. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed by it. Yeah, so I'll keep you updated. Okay, so I think I found the rest of the materials we need for our bow drill fire. So yeah, I found the stone that you would need to hold the spindle in place. You gotta find a stone with like a hole or a divot in there, you know. It's really hard to find the perfect one, but this one should do just fine in this kind of scenario. So it would look like this. You got your spindle, the stone to hold it in place, and it'll go on top like that. You hold it with this hand, and then once the bow is complete, then it will move in this kind of motion like that to keep it in place. Couple other things. I think I might go with the honeysuckle spindle. I'm not too sure what kind of wood this is that I found. It might be oak or maple of some sort. And for the hearth board, which is where the ember will come from, is a piece that would look something like this. Ideally, this is something what you would want. So yeah, it's not the best looking one. It's a little rotten. I found it off of a honeysuckle patch. It should do just fine. But yeah, I'm pretty curious to see how it'll work. All I need to do is finish up the cordage. Alright, y'all. So this is what I have for the cordage so far. Yeah, I know. It's a little thick up here and it thins out towards here. It's something I'm working on, but yeah, that's not the prettiest looking thing, but it will get the job done. I'll pull on it. It's pretty sturdy. So, sorry, the sun's behind me. Yeah, I mean, it should go on the bow here soon. There we go. It's almost there. It's looking good. I just got a few more to go and I'll be done. I'll cut 2 notches, one here and one up here, and string it once it's ready. Alright, time to cut the notches into the bow. So what I have so far is a slight indent here using this tool. Now there is a little bit of splitting showing, but I may have to improvise with that. No big deal. So far. Alright, so here's what the set looks like so far. Here's our bow. I am still in the process of stringing it. I'm gonna put it on these notches here. Yeah, we got our spindle rock to keep the spindle in place. I'm gonna try a couple of these different spindles, one honeysuckle and the other piece of wood that I found, and I do need to carve a hole into this hearth board. Then we got our crappy stone knife right here. All right. Trying to carve a hole here. That's all I got so far with this thing. And it's a pain in the butt. I don't think I'm getting anywhere with it, but I have to keep trying. I've done pretty good so far without using any modern tools. Yeah, this might take me forever. Might either keep doing this or improvise. I just don't know how else I would go about it though. Yeah, because it's spindle's gonna fit onto here. And this is what the bow looks like. All made out of honeysuckle. The bow's honeysuckle, the entire cordage is honeysuckle. And I still got plenty of honeysuckle left. Okay, so I feel like I got most of the material essential stuff down. I got what I need, but when I try spinning the spindle, it doesn't, or I can demonstrate too. It only spins the string. That's not supposed to happen, and it's ruining my cordage the more I do it. That's not good. It's not moving the stick at all. It's supposed to move the stick. Okay, so I think I know what the main problem was. Because spindle was not moving at all, right? The string was just moving by itself like this. I don't think my string is tight enough. I think that's what the main problem was. It's not getting enough traction. It's not tight enough to wrap around the spindle. However, I think I'm either going to remake or improvise this honeysuckle cordage, or B, for the sake of the project, I might also try using a modern string material like nylon or something stronger. I have a feeling this cordage might break, but so far it's done pretty good. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this in the meantime, but yeah, I will keep that updated. Okay, I am back at my place. It's a little later in the day. Couple updates. I decided to go with this paracord that I found at the same creek I was at today. As you can tell, it's been already used. It's got this funky looking stuff at the bottom here. I don't know what the hell that is, but it makes good, excellent beginner drill bow material. I still have my honeysuckle string, which is right here, still in good shape. It came to the conclusion that by using both of these cordages, this one I've tried off camera, I was having the same exact problem with both of them, which was that the string was not on tight enough around the spindle, and yeah, surprisingly I was having that problem with this paracord as well. So maybe it wasn't the honeysuckle cordage after all. So I'm gonna have to figure out exactly how I'm going to adjust this. I was not expecting having this kind of issue. But yeah, first I'm going to use this paracord, and then after I successfully do it with this, then I will switch out the strings and then try out the honeysuckle. So that way it gives me some sort of, confidence. This is my very first time ever making a bow drill. I have done the hand drill stuff in the past. I have more experience with that, but this is a whole another ballpark. Now you might be wondering what this string over here is. This is one I made months ago. It's made out of willow bark, and it's a much better example than this honeysuckle one that I made today. So yeah, there's that. Very good material. I honestly was not expecting, though, for the honeysuckle to turn out as good. Well, now I know. Honeysuckle makes good cordage material.